Hey y'all, welcome back to Drinks and Drama with a splash of shenanigans. But
And shade all day.
speaking of shenanigans,
Just the diabolical. Like we talked about this last week.
yeah, but it's new news now,
Yeah,
so
just
we gotta
new
continue.
new developments in the
Ooh, and
Caleb
side
Wilson
note, I'm just talking to her. Side note though, I did watch that.
Burning Sands.
Oh my God, when I tell y'all, it reminded me of this story that's going
Yeah,
on
a-
right now. I literally almost was in tears.
and
It
that's
was
why
sad.
I had you watch it.
I was almost like in my mind, all I could vision was Caleb's
Caleb.
story.
And it basically was because at the
Yes,
end, remember how they took old boy?
dropped him off at
But then Zurich decided like he wasn't gonna leave, and then he
yeah,
lifted. Yeah,
yeah.
the only thing that made Burning Sands better than Caleb's death was the
Cause
fact
Zurich
that
went back.
because they stayed and they
Yeah,
all ended up staying.
yeah.
That was it. But yeah, when I tell that movie, that's the movie. You can only watch that movie once.
Yeah, I don't.
You
It was too much.
you
It
can
was too much.
only watch Burning Sands once, and when you watch Burning Sands, but do you know they said the director, the the person that wrote the film is a member of the same organization that, and it's almost very, it's almost telling that, damn, I can see now. I
Well,
can
I
see
knew
why.
it was a frat brother that who wrote or directed. Cause
Of Omega Sci-Fi
yeah,
Fraternity
the
Incorporated,
way it went.
the one that throw up the
Oh,
hooks, the one that had a
oh,
that be wearing the dog collars.
I'm like, wow. I just it hit because I'm thinking, dang. Cause with the story now with Caleb, I'm like, dang, like, and this came out in like what 2017 or so. It was some
Yes,
kind of year, and I'm like, and it's still
it's
happening.
still, yes, and it's, I'm trying to tell you, like, what's so crazy is, and I'm just going, I'm gonna run it back.
Mm,
Okay, so I'm gonna run it back into eight, 18-year old. You're young,
mm,
you're dumb,
mm.
not dumb like you're
No,
dumb like because you still wet behind the ears. You
you
don't.
make mistakes. You
Yes,
make
you're
a lot of
naive.
mistakes. You're
Yes,
naive.
you're naive, and it's like you come to college and
Mm,
what you
mm,
see these organizations and you see what looks like the popular in
mm-hmm,
crowd, and everybody is
mm-hmm,
representing they set. They got their own colors. They strolling. They doing their signs. It looks like they are having a good time. It looks like unity. It
mm-hmm.
looks like, oh my God, I want to be part of
Yeah.
this. I'm not a part of anything. I don't have any sisters, or I might not have any brothers. I
Brothers.
want to be
Yeah.
down. And they do community service and they do all of these things. And I'm saying that, I'm going back to myself because I remember I was like, oh, damn, yeah, I want to be down. I'm not popular.
Oh, I'm
I want to
sorry.
be popular.
I just thought about Randy music.
I
I
want to
was
be
about
down.
to do the
I
dance.
want to
I
be,
wanted to back.
want to be down. Right, because I wanted to be down, with what was going, what I was about to be going through, but really didn't know what I was going through. So, yes, so a young, impressionable
Mm-hmm.
freshman, sophomore on the outside looking in, it's like, damn, you see the glitz and the glamour, and it's like, damn it, I fucks with that. I want to be down. I want to do. I want to be a part of that. Not knowing, watch Burning Sands. Not knowing the bullshit
Oh my
that
God. What
comes
seeds out?
with
Oh
it.
my. Oh my God.
Not knowing, and so the thing is,
I'm
it's
sorry,
crazy
because
because
it
it's
just
like,
reminded me of that
yeah,
Caleb
you have,
because he seized out after
yeah,
he
and
kept punching.
the fact that Caleb's dad is a member of Omega Sci-Fi,
Mm.
so that's what makes it even worse. And so Caleb was a legacy, meaning that his father was in the organization. So more than likely, Caleb probably grew up wearing T-shirts that said "Future member of Omega Sci-Fi." My daddy is a Q,
So
so he
he's gonna
probably.
get Hayes harder than. Please explain
Okay,
to people
so a lot of times,
when
like
it
it.
comes down to legacy.
So with legacies, you have to be
Next time we need
very
our mics. We gonna get
get
it
into
together.
it.
Yes.
So you have to be very cautious with how you handle a legacy, because a legacy can be a good thing, but a legacy could also be a
Be a
very
bad thing.
detrimental thing to your chapter, because it's like, hey, if you touch a hair on their chin or on their scalp, your chapter could get snatched and the whole situation could get it could. But then you might have that legacy that's like, I want to be down, so do what you will. So it just, for the chapter, it's like it's like you're walking a fine line, because you don't know ultimately what type of legacy you're dealing with. Some legacies, like some women who are members of the organization and their child is trying to come through a certain chapter, they very well may get with the advisors and say, bop, 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 this better not happen. You know what I'm saying? And then you might have some that's not gonna say nothing. They just tell they kid like, hey, yeah, and some right, and some mamas or daddies might be like, son, daughter, listen, I did what I did.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's up to you to take this on. So what was crazy was that I was listening to the Breakfast Club. So the Breakfast Club did they allowed Black Greeks up from the D9 to call in.
Okay.
And of course they were calling in anonymously. So they were asking them about
we know.
pledging and about hazing. What do y'all think about it? So there was one woman, and I know that she she was very much, but I want to be anonymous. But this woman, and I know that I knew she was a member of Delta Sigma Theta. I just knew it. So she was talking, yeah. So she was talking, and she was like, well, I believe in hazing and pledging because you need to be made and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. She went on to talk about her taking wood. And if y'all don't know what wood is like being paddled, and yeah, you take wood. Yeah. And it's like you get in a cut and you take wood. So this woman was talking about joining the Century Club, and at Century. So when you think about Century, what the 100. So that means like she took 100 licks. Yeah. So you can only imagine what her bottom looked like. Like I said, there's one guy, I cannot listen. There's one guy who was on YouTube. I cannot remember what his name was. He will not reveal what organization he was in, but I kind of, by the way he talks, I already know what organization he was in. So he almost died pledging this frat. Okay. So he almost died pledging this frat. And so what ended up happening, they settled out of court. And so there's certain things he really can't talk about. But however, he still has the pictures of his ass and what it looked like while he was going through the process. And what I'm saying is it's crazy. So just imagine, like, now I'm going back to Burning Sands. Now, mind you, we catch Burning Sands during the last week of the pledging process, which is called Hell Week. Okay, so each night of Hell Week is already bad, but each night it gets like progressively worse. So the first night they'll go in, but maybe not that hard. The second night they're gonna go in a little harder, but the closer it gets to you getting Hell Night, watch Burning Sands. Hell Night, they had the boys doing calisthenics. They was doing jumping jacks. They was clapping doing all of this, clapping their ears, hitting them here.
Like, he couldn't hear.
Yeah, because doing they called thunder claps. Yeah, they was doing thunder claps, and then they was doing
on your ear, keeps banging it. You're not gonna.
You
can lose your ears.
And then
I say ears.
Well, hell, because that's probably what happened. The ear sight. That's probably what the hell happens with that shit. You just don't know. And then they hitting the ribs,
like
hitting the ribs.
Hear for a minute.
Yeah. Like, and then they eating the dog food, and then one of them couldn't eat the dog food, started throwing up, and then the other one's trying to help the other one, and then they kicked him off.
You can't do that. You can't.
Some people, they will let you do that, but then if they throw up, that means you got to eat their throw up too. So I'm saying that to say, taking punches. Yeah, the exact same thing. And here's my thing: what is so diabolical to me? You promote brotherhood and you promote sisterhood.
Mm.
Now, when somebody, did you notice when dude on Burning Sands was seizing out?
Mm-hmm.
And what did everybody do? The big brothers, they just stood there like,
They was ready
they,
for
they was looking like this.
like cover. We need to cover this up.
Yeah, but at first they was,
Yeah,
but
at
at first they was shocked, like,
yeah, they was shocked.
no, okay, but listen,
But then it was
take,
like,
take my, erase my number. You don't know me. You don't this me. You
wasn't
don't
here
that me.
this
You
night.
wasn't here. You wasn't here.
And it's
You wasn't here.
And y'all have I can't think of the name of the show right now, but it talked about, you know, hazing and stuff, and they had, you know, wasn't D9, it was, well, only D9 would, I hate to say it, it was AKAs on the
Yeah.
show. But the one, they was basically talking about Hell Night.
They're all guilty.
And
it's not just AKA. It's
no,
Delta Sigma
everybody's
Theta,
guilty,
Sigma
yeah.
Gamma Rho, it's Zeta Phi Beta.
All it's not just D9,
Yeah,
it's
Alpha
all
Phi
the
Alpha,
fraternities.
it's Kappa Alpha Psi, it's Iota Phi Theta.
Yeah.
All it is Phi Delta Theta. For those of you that might come in the comments, well, you're not talking about the white frats, Phi Delta Theta.
Yes.
So what ended up happening with Phi
I can't
Delta
think of the
Theta?
show, but watch
The white boy, there was a white frat boy that passed away from Phi Delta Theta. He also died in Louisiana. His parents fought hard, and now his name is the law. So now these guys, these Omega Psi Phi guys, the other Caleb that's responsible for killing this Caleb, they're all going to be tried under this white boy's law, the law that his family, you know, because the white boy died, they made him drink a hell of a lot of alcohol, and that's how he passed away.
I said it was on a I don't know what it's a
yeah, the
it was
white
a
boy
TV series.
the white boy is pledging Phi Delta Theta. Phi Delta Theta is a white fraternity. Yeah, oh yeah, they left him. Yeah, and then they was questioning his friends on the news, like, why would you just let your friend die? And the white boy's just walking like.
And they actually had video like of you.
Like, why would you leave your friend to die? Why would you leave your friend to die?
When I seen the video of him, I'm like, he is so like, it just, he was beyond, he needed his stomach pumped.
Well, but I'm just saying that to say.
Yeah, it's not just D9. I don't.
Yeah, it's all of them. It's all of them. White sororities too. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said Phi Delta Theta. That was the white fraternity that killed the white boy. Another frat, as of recent, I've seen it. Nobody passed away, but the pledges. Now listen to this. These pledges were being hit by cars. The big brothers was hitting the pledges with the cars, and they're now recovering in the hospital. So you gonna hit me with a car? You gonna punch me? You gonna Mike Tyson?
It's not just death, but it's still injuries.
It's still beating somebody.
You're beating.
How are you gonna beat somebody
to death?
You're beating somebody in the name of public service.
You left me for dead.
And in Caleb's case, y'all left him dead and put his. This is what angers me, and this is why I said, like, I'm looking at myself and I'm ashamed to be a part of the D9. Like, y'all. Let this boy seize out. Then y'all change. But y'all change his clothes.
And lie.
And then y'all put him in a car.
To try to cover it.
But then y'all change his clothes, put him in a car, drive him to the hospital. Lie to the doctors and nurses. And then drive away. Like, please tell. And then I'm seeing you. Okay, so now in D9 fashion, it's crossing season for everyone. Crossing means new initiates are coming into the organization. They are coming out to their fellow college classmates, showing, like, hey, I'm part of the organization. No. So in Oklahoma, before a Q probate show, probate is after you have, so like in Burning Sands, if they would have made it through Hell Night, then they would have crossed the Burning Sands. So school in Oklahoma, it was a Omega Psi Phi probate.
I'm sorry, but I'm like, Why are they at pro? Even I'm like when they when they remember they was they got caught.
Oh, the boys when they was
Yeah,
on the
I'm
yard.
like, why are you at the yard? You cannot go on the yard.
So Oklahoma, the Omegas were having a probate for a new initiates that are coming out this year, and so they did. They held a moment of silence for Caleb, like that was supposed to mean something.
I'm sorry.
They did. They did a moment of
I'm sorry. Can I
silence.
just?
A moment of silence. Your organization is
But y'all probably was doing the same
responsible.
thing.
Of course.
So what are you doing with a moment of silence? Let's be proactive and stop with this and do like stop with this
Yes.
hazing process.
Yes.
Think of something else. I'm like, this has got to stop. It has got to end.
But see, I'm gonna tell you why it won't end, okay?
I know.
Because there are people, the whole paper versus made conversation. And it's like people that are paper made, meaning they did everything legally, they did everything above ground. They learned what they should learn about sisterhood
They
and
did
about
all
the
research,
founders.
read everything.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no such thing as research in these organizations. You don't. The
well,
research.
no, I'm not saying like that, but like
There's nothing really
no,
to
you can't
research
'cause it's
the
not out there.
organizations.
It's all
Yeah,
private.
it's nothing to research until you get in it. The only thing that somebody's interested in that you can research is when that chapter was founded
Oh
on
well,
your
you
yard.
can research that. Like when
Well, yeah, no, I said that's
like,
the only thing that you can
the
research.
president.
Well, no, not the president, but the
No, I'm
charter
just saying
members.
the founders.
No, not
Even
just
I
the
know
founders.
that, yeah.
The
No, I'm
charter
just-
members.
oh, I know what you're saying, but
The
I'm just
charter
saying,
members
you know,
of the chapter. So the people
it's
that
not
started.
too much to research.
Yeah, and I'm saying the only thing that you can research if you're on a college campus, and let's say you want to be a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, you can find out that chapter's
1911.
name. You can find out the chapter's name and when that chapter was started on the yard and who was responsible for starting that chapter. So that research you can have, and as far as the national founders, that's pretty much the only research that you can. You learn as you go, meaning you learn the rituals, you learn the stuff that is being exposed already online because there are so many denouncers that are coming
But a lot
forward.
of people,
A lot of people.
when it
What?
comes to like papers, they don't really respect.
Well, at this point, I don't respect any of it, and my thing is, again, the whole like to me that's a dumb conversation. Well, I don't respect you because you're paper. I don't like.
Yeah.
So you want to get your ass beat. So it I don't know. Like watch Burning
But why
Sands.
can't it just be?
Watch Burning
Why can't it
Sands.
just be paper? Like, why do we have to go
Watch
through
Burning
all
Sands.
this? And
Cause tell me this, okay?
people are dying.
Tell me this. At the end of the day, if let's just say you had a really good friend that was a member of the organization you were interested in joining, okay? Called you in and you decided this is what I want to do, okay? And that person was doing those god awful things to you like they were doing Burning Sands. So do you think after crossing and becoming a brother, how would you feel if they just called you up one day, hey, let's go do this, and tried to go back to business as usual? How would that make you feel if they wanted to fall back in line to us being friends now after they didn't whoop the hell out of you?
It wouldn't happen.
That's all I'm saying.
It wouldn't happen.
And I'm telling you, I know that for certain because it happened where I went to school and the people that I was, two
Like, fuck you.
two people, yes, that I know that were
pat on my ass 50 times. Fuck you, motherfucker.
right. Hey, bro, you want to go? No.
No.
I absolutely not.
I'm booked and busy. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like friendships.
I see you in the yard.
Yes.
Possibly.
See you at chapter meeting. You stay over there.
Right.
You stay over there. Right. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how the hell?
But is it a brotherhood and sisterhood?
I can't. At the time, me being young and dumb, yeah. But now, like, I'm in my 40s. I'm married. I'm a parent. And I'm looking at this young baby that passed away, 20 years old, wasted life. 20 years old. Wasted life. This man will never have children. This man will never have a wife.
He barely lived his life.
Exactly.
Barely lived his life.
Exactly. For what? And so that's where this whole conflicting thing, it has hit me hard because it's like, damn, you say that you are my brother, but you punched your brother until he seized out, passed out, hit his head, probably was foaming at the mouth and all kinds of other
Like on
things.
burning sand.
Yes. But you say you loved him. And then y'all holding moments of silence. And then here's the big thing. Well, I mean that we not the same chapter. But are you not the
It
same?
doesn't matter.
But are you not Omega Psi
Thank
Phi?
you.
Are you
I
not
don't
Alpha
care.
Kappa Alpha? Are you not Sigma
Oh
Gamma
my
Rho? Are you
God.
not Delta
Thank
Sigma
you.
Theta? Are you
Thank
not
you.
Alpha Phi Alpha? We a different chapter.
I thought it was one band, one sound.
Hello. That is all I'm saying.
You're
And
still, I don't care what chapter you are under.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
still represent whether you're Omega, you're a Kappa, you're Alpha, you're AKA, a Delta, a Sigma, whatever. I don't care what chapter you pledge.
Exactly.
You're still under the
umbrella.
main umbrella.
Yes. And that's all I'm saying. Like just
It
seeing
doesn't
people,
matter.
and it was so crazy because I'm literally at
You
the point
represent
now.
each other.
Thank you. I'm literally at the point
That's
where
like somebody said, "Oh, I'm not from this. I'm a this chapter of a Delta. Oh no, she's from that chapter. We're not. No, we're not sister. This like."
But see, but I'm gonna tell you this, it be that deep though. It be like this chapter don't like that chapter. You see what I'm saying? So again, tell me where the sisterhood is. Oh well, that's how they do it over there. We don't do it like that. Okay, but do we not still wear the same letters?
Too aggressive.
Yes. But are we not still?
We don't do that.
That's why I said I'm at where I'm at now. Like seeing that, and then the young AKA, I cannot remember what college it was. This young lady, hell of an athlete, hell of a basketball player, decided she wanted to be an AKA, pledges AKA. While she's allegedly pledging online, she experienced a lot of things that started messing with her psyche. I'm hearing that she was sexually assaulted. All these other things happened to her. She went to her sisters and she told them how things made her feel uncomfortable. She wasn't feeling like herself. Instead of them embracing her, they ridiculed her. You know, this girl unalived herself in her dorm room. Unalived herself. Mama is calling her, trying to get a hold of her. Daughter not answering. They, find her in her room. So again, it's not just Omega Psi Phi. It is all of them.
Over.
Yeah, it's all of them. And when I say all of them, I mean the white sororities too. It's the white sororities that aren't being talked about.
Between color,
yes.
race,
Yeah, there's no difference. This stuff happens.
Fraternity to fraternity. They may do things differently. I mean,
the bands haze also. Bands haze.
The marching bands haze.
Yep,
too.
the marching bands haze. The military hazes. There. All these organizations, professional organizations, haze.
It's not.
It's
not just
so we're I'm
frats and
we're just calling it all out. But I'm so happy that Just Kyle did the homework and watched Burning Sands, so he could really be like, God damn, this is what. So he could really see. Like I'm probably sure he's heard stories of people talking about their hell nights, but for him to actually watch this movie and to
it hit hard because with Caleb's story, when that
that's because that's how Caleb died. That's what's so fucked up.
When the guy across the sands sees the eye, that's all I kept thinking was about Caleb.
Yes.
When I seen that scene, I was like,
yes.
I'm like, oh shit, where the tissue?
Yes.
No, seriously, I got so emotional. It was like, damn.
It gives you PTSD watching it.
Like you don't give a fuck about these.
Let me ask you this. So, was you at a point where you was low key having anxiety? Was your heart racing fast watching the trauma that they was going through with all the shit with them? Yeah, with them yelling at them and being in their face. The stress and the tension, the PTSD. Like, could you, you know what I'm saying? Was you kind of like on edge? Like, what the fuck? Was it making you feel a certain way?
Certain things, I'm like, okay, was tolerable. Like, you could tolerate it or whatever.
What part could you tolerate?
No, I'm not. Yelling in my face, that doesn't. But no, I know what you're saying.
So when I mean,
So
I'm
you
not.
talking about?
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole chaotic situation where you had all of them in a line and you had all the brothers just coming, just yelling. Everybody's yelling everything. You know what I'm saying? They're yelling everything at once. It's just,
Because that's military style. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all of that. For
No.
me,
Yeah.
for me, it was just like,
Because I'm about to head on that. Because I'm about to cuss this motherfucker
listen,
out.
I would have been like the first boy that that left that had
You
the
sure
line.
did?
Zurich, come on,
You was like,
man.
come on.
Come on.
Zerg was like, no.
But then they gonna leave my G walking down a dusty road. Well, he dropped.
Alphabet. You sit there doing the alphabet like what? He said, get the fuck out.
Right. And then that's another thing that I had to laugh at myself at. Like, you was really, like, I mean, not laughing like ha ha funny, but laughing like, damn, you was really that desperate to want to be a part of something to get your ass kicked. It's crazy. Like it. Burning Sands. I don't have to talk about what I went through. Watch Burning Sands, and you'll know everything.
But you know.
And then I think next week I want to dive into Burning Sands. I want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have our mics. We gonna have
I want to talk about Burning Sands like next week, like for real, for real. I really do. I want to do a deep dive into just the psyche of young, impressionable young adults that.
I'm gonna say that question for next week, but I do want to wrap it up with Caleb. So
more people have been arrested. Like a couple.
Yeah.
Did you see the one dude that was on the run?
Like Jay-Z and Beyonce on the run tour.
My dude was on the run. But my thing is, you wasn't on the run when you was doing the fuck shit. So my thing is, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like, that's my thing is like, if you gonna be big and bad and do this type of stuff as a big brother, ADP, as a dean of a line, then take the consequences. Don't run.
You should have took his ass
to the hospital and you should have turned yourself in.
You should have said
turned yourself in.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Got you a good lawyer. You would have served a little bit, but you should have been like, you know what? I wasn't thinking right. Whatever.
I mean, and I think honestly, if that would have happened, then that's so crazy. In a perfect world, the people responsible, you would have think all 15, 20 people that was there while the fuck shit was going on, if they could have stood in solidarity to say, yo, this is fucked up, and if they all would have turned themselves in, have all went to the police, all went to the hospital.
I tried to stop it.
They wouldn't have stopped it. But I'm just saying, after he died, if they would have been like, you know what, bro?
Tried to stop it,
it wouldn't have happened.
And not cross it.
Thank you. So my thing is,
and that's all the other people that watch, and that's another thing we'll get into that next.
I just really feel like, and like I said, I know this is a stupid ass, silly ass scenario. Nobody would think like this, but this is how I'm thinking. If we was big and bad to give these boys PTSD and to put all that stress and strain on their bodies, then why couldn't we have been grown men in that moment in the name of the organization? You know what? Fuck, we are all held. We are responsible for this. Why couldn't everybody have just shown up in solidarity at the hospital and at the police station? And I'm gonna be honest, to turn themselves in. Now, if that would have happened, then maybe Omega Sci-Fi, maybe people would have respect and be like, damn, it was fucked up what they did, but they stood in solidarity. And they all decided to turn themselves in. They stood in solidarity. Instead of y'all running, and we already know y'all probably was deleting these boys' names and contact information, because 9 times out of 10, the big brothers, the old heads that have come back to Hayes are probably fathers. They probably got good jobs in their communities. They're probably doing all types of things in their community. So it's like, shit, let me delete this little nigga number out my phone because I don't want to be connected to this. Let me delete the text thread. Let me delete this. Let me delete that.
Yeah.
But no, but why the fuck shit was going on, I'm quite sure y'all was in the comments having a grand old good ass time about what the y'all was gonna do to these boys. So that's my thing. If you wanna have, ain't no fun till the rabbit got the gun. And now everybody's running, probably deleting text messages. Oh, I don't delete my name, my number, because you know what? I got a family now. I'm a father now. You know, I'm a teacher, or I'm a principal, or I'm an accountant now, or I'm doing something. You know, within the community, you can't be tied to this shit. But you gonna be tied going back messing with 18, 19, 20-year-old people, and you 30, 40 plus.
Nothing's
And you should be
gonna
living your life.
Chapter might get suspended or shut down. That's about it. But it's still gonna continue, and that's the problem. I don't care if you shut that chapter.
A moratorium needs to happen
Yes.
across
They
the
need
board.
to shut these fraternities down for a minute.
They need to shut them all down. Yep, they really do. And I'm standing on that as being in it.
Until they can come up with something.
Yeah, because how many more people need to die?
If you have a different hazing process, that's fine. But when you doing all this stuff like that, people are dying, to get injured. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, the man that I was telling you about on his channel, he has a like a disability now. Had to undergo 2 major surgeries for some letters. So I don't know. Y'all comment, like, share, subscribe, and we will see y'all in the next one. We will continue this topic of discussion. Like, how far will you go for acceptance? Like, we'll be getting into it.